So, Rob G, Wemby didn't have a great night, foul trouble. It's actually back-to-back nights where he's been played different defensively, got fouled out last night, but struggled in the game before. It's a little different stretch for Wemby, who's been having a great start to this season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what you need me for. I mean, you already kind of set up the topic.
I didn't set up the topic.
And the only thing longer than that game
can't
last
wait for
night
y'all to
was
have
this intro
some,
today.
Stop it.
That game was 3 hours. This intro was 8.5 minutes.
Stop
I'd love to hear that. No, Victor Wembanyama struggled
Put y'all in
again.
a celebrity boxing match. That's what I want to see.
Second straight game.
I'll knock his block off.
He only shot 5 of 14 from the field. He had 5 turnovers. Now, here's the big thing. You mentioned he's had 2 straight games now. He's been struggling a little bit. First 5 games of the season, Wemby averaged 30, 15, and 5 blocks a game. He was awesome. They were 5-0. They've lost their last 2. In these last 2 games, 14 points on 14 field goal attempts per game, which is not great.
That's terrible for a guy 9 foot tall.
5 assists and 11 turnovers over these last 2.
He's got more turnovers than a bakery.
And yet, Kelvin Washington is not deterred in any way. Tell us why.
No, and it pains me to say this because anybody knows just as far as basketball preference over the last 6-7 years, my guy was Luka, and it still is. Luka's incredible. He was incredible.
No, what? Is he or isn't he? You said he still is. What does that mean?
He's still my guy.
No. What, is it
I don't
Wemby
have
or
a
is it
singular
Luka?
guy.
Yeah,
Can I
one
talk?
guy. No, one guy.
No.
Pick
Luka,
one guy.
Luka is that guy still. The dude's averaging like 40-something a game. But when you start to look at this, and if I'm projecting about, who if I'm the Washington franchise and I want a guy for the next 8-10 years, whatever you want to say, who am I moving forward with? If there's anybody in the NBA, who would I want? And even despite these last couple games, despite how he looked last night against the Lakers, they fouled him out, struggled with the double team. He even talked about that teams are kind of finding a way to get after him a little bit, get up underneath him being 8'8". It's still Wemby. And I had to think about why. Because Luka, not a great game as far as percentage. He was 9 for 27, but 35 triple-double.
Yeah, you should get
20.
You should get 35
on
points
27
shots.
Yeah, 27 shots.
That's awful.
He had a bad night shooting efficiency-wise. He missed some handful of free throws. They even asked him after the game. He said, free throws, I missed some free throws. And it ended up being way longer, 1 minute at the end because the Lakers just didn't want to win. But the thing for me, the thing that is the separator with Wemby, Rob, for me, the difference is, number one, I ain't got to motivate Wemby, and this is just beyond Luka. I don't have to motivate Wemby to want to be the best. I don't have to motivate Wemby to want to play defense. I don't have to motivate Wemby to take an offseason seriously, and I like that. I also like this about Wemby. The thing about Luka that makes him great is also the thing that can be his kryptonite. And it reminds me of Luka between LeBron and Allen Iverson, where they are the centerpiece. They are the gravity of the world. They are the system. Everything orbits around them. There's no other system. We don't run this. We don't run that. This is how we do it. This is the way our flow, our schematics. It is you do you, and we hope we win. And they got Allen Iverson to a finals, but didn't do much more after that. It's been working for LeBron for the most part. Got 4 rings, but there were times you wish he would work it
4
around
years
more,
and
run a
24
system.
years? Okay.
Then you're right there. You go. And I wonder, is Luka the hybrid of LeBron and Iverson in that point of he is the system, and will that work for championships? What I like about Wemby is that Wemby will be able to be the guy that dropped 30, 40 tonight, 20 boards, whatever, or he can have his team win and still be successful if he has 18 points, 25 rebounds, 10 blocks. He doesn't have to singularly score. And it reminds me of another big that they had on that team in Tim Duncan, where Tim Duncan could be the focal point, score and put him down on the block, give you 30 and 20, or Tim Duncan could be the best one on the floor, 15 points, 20 boards, 10 blocks, 5 assists, and just make key plays. And Wemby reminds me of a better, at least evolved version of that. And I think for me, moving forward, I want to be able to have that. A guy that can be a defensive player of the year, a guy that essentially could be a top 5 scorer in this league as well, and also be a guy that the team wants to play for and that'll be motivated to play night in, night out, season. And Wemby, to me, when I watch the league right now, there's a handful of amazing players that if you said this player, I'm not mad at, but for me, it's Wemby. I think that's the differentiator, is that he has a chance to be the best in a multitude of ways, where specifically if I go up against with Luka, if he's not scoring 35, 40, he's not going to be the most effective, and that's the separator for me.
Yeah, I just think your analysis is premature. And sure, you can look into your crystal ball and you look at what you see.
It's what we do,
say,
Rob.
Okay, I'm just saying, but the idea.
It's what we do.
There's a lot of things and factors there, especially injury-wise. He's already had the blood clots.
What the blood clot?
He's a big guy, tall guy with the foot and ankle issues that those guys usually have.
Rob. I keep telling you.
I'm not wishing. I'm just giving you like
He
what's
is
happened
differently built than the other
guys
ones.
who are that size, and he's thin as a rail. We know
I can't argue that.
What is he? A monk? He was a monk this summer or whatever. So I know that was a bad TV show, but I think he was actually a monk.
Was that the monkeys?
No, the monk. It was
monk had
called
a
monk. Like a
the monk, the nerd,
detective
the
show.
OCD dude. Yeah, monk.
Yeah,
monk.
monk or something like that. But I don't know. I mean, there was one stretch when everybody was saying he was the greatest player ever, and then all I remember, the Spurs losing 18 games in a row, and I thought to myself, how could you be a generational talent, seriously, and ever in the history of your life, high school, pee-wee basketball, like there's no way you should lose 18 in a row. And that bothered me, and even in this case here, and it's a couple bad games, but at some point they'll figure out what they need to do to neutralize him. And I'm not saying they're going to stop him or he won't be able to score and he's going to score 14 points every night. But if you think that he's just going to run the roost and have the next 20 years and put up all the points and block every shot and nobody else is going to come around, because he's going to have to win too. So that's going to be interesting to me. I'm not dealing with a Luka thing. I just think the rush to want to crown Wemby before they've even made the playoffs yet, or because the craziest thing was their team actually got worse his first year when he got there after which made no sense. They actually won less games and had the 18-game losing streak with Wemby. Do I think he's a talent? Absolutely. Do I think he could be great? Absolutely. Do I think he's going to be the all-time greatest player who ever played and win the most championships? I do not believe that. I don't, because it takes more than that. And somebody will figure out how to neutralize him and slow him down and make him, like they did, force the ball to somebody else, make him give up the basketball. Like, he's not going to just take it out there on stilts and there are two guys running at him and he's just going to try to go through them. That's not going to happen. And that they're going to look at this film and what they've been able to do and figure out a plan, and then he'll have to adjust there and be better. Do I like Luka? I mean, do I like Wemby? You know I like Wemby. I love Wemby, right?
Because
I do.
everyone knows that it's Wemby.
Everyone knows it's Wemby.
So then why wasn't Wemby the answer? You know, looking at it from a standpoint of, is there any – because everything you said, I hear you. I disagree with a couple of points. One, I think that's for me, Rob, why I would be, and I'd imagine so many other GMs or something will be so excited about him, is if he is not scoring tonight, he can still be the best player on the floor. The man is out here passing, dropping dimes. He can block shots. He changes a million shots, even the ones he can't block. I mean, from the elbow down.
Did you figure out why they lost 18 in a row with him on the court?
Well, yeah, but he's
no,
21.
I'm asking. I'm just saying because of what you just said.
I'm saying he was figuring out
18?
in the first time in America playing ball in the NBA. Now he's only 21 years old, and to me, that's the scary part, is his desire to get better, his hunger to get better. We talk about this all the time. These young guys.
Prodigies' age don't matter. So whenever I hear that, I'm not buying into it.
Well, I am, because he's 21 in the NBA.
There's a 13-year-old who could go and play at Carnegie Hall. Nobody goes, well, she's only 13. No, she's a prodigy.
Right. And
Wemby's a prodigy.
And that's why he's playing in the Carnegie Hall, which is the NBA. And now he's this year, he's playing spectacularly. And so to me,
last 2 nights.
Not 2 nights. Yeah, everybody has. I mean, shoot, even Luka in the win wasn't great. Look, didn't have a great night. That happens. But to me, again, his ability to just win in a multitude of ways, I'm just going to be the best defensive player of the year, and I have an MVP candidate possibly in the future for him. That's too tantalizing, and I just don't see anybody else in the league like that. That. There are dogs, there are beasts, but not like that. And I am in the crystal ball a little bit,
Yeah, like you said, Ant-Man, right? I think you said he was the guy, right? He's not the guy of the league anymore?
No, we were talking about the potential as far as star power. And had that.
Where is he now? Is that still?
He's still up there.
Still there?
He's still up there.
I don't think it's as bright as it was, because at one point everybody was crowning him.
He's still up there. He's still, because no matter of all the other guys, he's got that thing about him. All right, Rob, so they're watching us right now, which means another thing they can do is what?
They can subscribe. All you got to do is hit that button, subscribe to The Odd Couple for some of the best sports talk content in the nation.
Facts, and while you're at it, they can like, they can comment, they can share. Do all that for us. We appreciate it. Just do all that right up in here.